Hi y'all, it's your guy here, the Unknown Trader, and today I want us to look at something important, and that is how to be a good trader, how to become a good trader, okay, how you can be a good trader, okay. So this is going to be a very huge topic, okay, and it's a heavy topic, okay, because there's a lot that goes into becoming a good trader. So first of all, here's a question: are you into trading because you can make large amounts of money, or are you into trading because you want to build a long-term business? Okay, so if you became a trader just because somebody told you that you can make large amounts of money, then this video is not for you. However, if you want to build a long-term trading business, this video is for you, okay, because I want to be honest and we want to talk about the real stuff. Okay, so guys, we have a statistics that says 90 to 95% of people are losing. Not people, 90 to 95% of retail guys are losing. What is retail guys? Everybody trading from home, okay, or from their personal offices. In other words, people who are not professional traders, okay, me and you. Okay, fine. So since we know that there's this statistics, one thing we also know again is that for one to lose, somebody has to win, okay. So this brings us to our second question. Our first question was obviously, why are you into trading? Okay, so I assume you are into trading because you want to build a long-term business in this industry, okay, or in this space. So since 90 to 95% of retail guys are losing, which is me and you, okay, we are retail guys, okay. So this brings us to the second question: who is on the other side? Because for one to win, one has to lose. So there has to be another person on the other side, okay. This is the person we are competing against, okay. So who's the person on the other side? Who's taking money from retail guys? Okay, so if retail guys are winning, obviously we know market makers are taking the money from retail guys, okay, and also professional guys are also taking money from retail guys, okay. So who is this person who is taking a 90 to 95% of all the money from retail guys? Well, these are people who are actually highly educated, okay. They are people who are highly resourced. They have unlimited amounts of capital to trade with, okay. So they don't care, okay. I'll explain this in a moment. They receive the best training in the world, the best training money can ever buy. That's something we can't afford, okay. They work for the well-organized institutions, okay. They have access to psychologists whenever they need them. We know this is a very complex industry. It's a very, very, very hard industry to be in, okay. So one thing you have to understand is that all the odds are on the side of the other of these guys, okay, because statistics prove this. This stats has been there and has been maintained successfully for decades. Ever since the markets have been designed, this statistics was there. And the role of the markets, why were the markets created? To take money from everybody and give it to few people, few market leaders, those who are behind the real market makers, okay. So now I don't want to confuse you about market makers and all sort of stuff, okay. So just know that the odds are on the side of the other person. The battleground is not leveled, okay. Our battleground is not leveled, okay. So the odds are on the side of our competitors, okay. If you watched my previous video, I did play a little clip from Mike Bellafor, who owns a very big prop firm. And I mean a real prop firm, not these prop firms that make money through failing traders. I mean a prop firm that makes money through best traders, okay. So you had him tell you that most people are struggling to be consistent because they don't know their competitors, and their competitors are the people some of the people in his hedge funds, okay. And those are the people who sleep and breathe the markets. He was right. Those are the people who have gone through the best training, unlimited amount of capital to trade with. So one thing I want you to understand with all this is that the person on the other side, every time you go to the screen, is well resourced than you, well educated than you, okay, trained, highly trained, more than all of us, okay. So this tells you that you must be at your A game every day when you go to the charts. Just because it's just a simple button, buy and sell, doesn't mean it's easy, okay. Doesn't mean it's easy. For one to lose, one has to win. And the people you and I am competing with are the best people in the world. So here's the funny part. Most people want to become profitable but are not willing to actually put in the work. Let me tell you something quite important. Most of the gurus you see on Instagram who tell you they trade 5 minutes and go to the beach, they trade 5 minutes then go to the pub, trade 5 minutes then go where, and they just are displaying a lot of money to lure you into buying their courses or their signals. Okay, most of them have quitted the markets. Why? Because they failed on the markets. They don't understand the markets. They know how hard the markets are. So they resorted to selling courses. They resorted to selling signals. Okay. It's easy for somebody to go to Baby Pips, read everything, summarize it, or even copy and paste and put it into course and then sell it to you as a course, okay? And you don't know anything, you think it's working. It's easy for me to actually come to you and teach you trend lines and everybody will be happy. I'll get a lot of views, believe me. But I chose not to do that. I chose to be honest, okay? So here's the thing. You must be willing to put in the work. I will not compromise on that. I will never ever compromise on that. Okay, you must put in the work. I'm not talking about 1 hour of backtesting. No, we'll get to that sooner. We'll talk about that. Okay, so as you know, the person on the other side is the best. So you are going against the best every day. When you open the charts, you are against the best in the world. Okay, so you must also be on your A game. Okay, so now we are done with who's on the other part. You know that on the other part is you have the best traders in the world. Some people who are actually making a lot of bonuses every year through hitting the hell out of each and every one of us. Okay, so that's the mandate. Take everything from us. Okay, and unfortunately we take things lightly. This is not a simple game. It's not like a casino, guys. This is big. Okay, so to be a good trader, you need to have a good trading plan. Okay, you must have a trading plan. Okay, and you must be faithful to following your trading plan. Okay, unfortunately most of you don't have trading plans. I know that most of you don't have a trading plan, and if you don't have a trading plan, you don't know what you're doing. Okay, that's why you are always watching videos every day, trying to learn strategies. Believe me, you're gonna learn strategies for the next 20 years, and after that 20 years you will realize that you did nothing. All you were doing was just going around circles, and you are nowhere. Okay, why? Because you don't even have a plan. You don't know what you're doing. What's in your plan? Okay, what are you executing on a daily basis? Okay, what are you executing? I know most of you don't have plans. You want to become good, but you don't even have trading plans. Okay, let me not talk about that. Let's go. Your plan must be built out of A+ setups. I always talk about A+ setups. An A+ setup is not, I repeat, hear me carefully. An A+ setup is not a strategy or a setup that wins all the time. I repeat, an A+ setup is not a strategy or is not a setup that wins all the time. Okay, nobody cares about the wins. Nobody cares about the losses. Okay, I know most of you are questioning what I'm saying right now. Okay, it's fine. You'll understand in a minute. Okay, so an A+ setup simply means a setup that you understand more than anything else, something that is part of you, something you understand in and out. When it shows up, you know that this is the setup. Okay, and it has been working for you. And by working for you, I'm not saying it wins. This is where most people get it wrong. And please understand this carefully, and it's highly important. Okay, and always remember this. Okay, so your A+ setup is a setup that works for you, something that you understand. Say for instance, if you have been trading for some time now, I know some of you have been trading for a while now. Okay, and say maybe if you have a setup that gives you a win rate of 40%, okay, or 40%, okay, that means out of 100 you win 40 and lose 60. Out of 10, say for instance, out of 10 you're gonna win 4 trades and lose 6 trades. Okay, is this setup good or bad? I'm asking you. Unfortunately, this is not a live. I would have wanted to interact with you in real time. Okay, but it's fine. Is this a good setup or not? If you have a setup that is giving you a win rate of 40%, here's what I want you to do. Okay, stop watching videos about setups. What did I say? If you have a setup that is giving you a win rate of 40%, stop watching videos about setups or strategies. Why? Because, boy, you have it. You have all you need to become a good trader. Okay? I know now you are starting to get confused. Yes, what I'm saying is, if you have a win rate of 40%, or the strategy you have been using, say for instance, maybe if you have been trading for a while and the strategy is giving you 40% win rate, meaning out of 10 you win 4, or out of 100 you win 40. Okay, that simply means you have a very, very good setup, guys. This is pure gold. This is pure gold. Okay, so stop searching for new setups, stop searching for strategies, go and focus on the strategy. Okay, go and focus on the strategy. Okay, I know most of you are still confused, so let me clarify this. As long as you are always searching for new strategies, you are not gonna be a good trader. And sorry for this, I'm being honest. Okay, you don't need 3 strategies to be a good trader. Okay, and you don't need a strategy with a win rate of 65% to be a good trader. Okay, if you can maintain this 40% win rate, okay, you will be highly profitable, believe me. Why? Because here's the thing. If you're risking $1 to make $5, okay, you are risking $1 to make $5. This simply means out of 10, okay, you're gonna win 4, meaning you're gonna, okay, let's start with the losses. You're gonna lose 6, meaning you're gonna lose $6. Okay, out of 10 trades, say maybe you are risking $1. Okay, you're gonna lose $6, and you're gonna make actually you're gonna lose $6 and you're gonna make $20. Okay, so if we are to add this up or whatsoever, you will have $14 in profit out of 10 trades. Isn't this gold? Isn't this gold? This is pure gold, guys. This is pure gold. Okay, now all you have to do is to master this setup. Okay, master it, understand it as you understand your mobile device. If you're a pastor, understand it as you understand your Bible. Okay, I'm just trying to give an example of how you need to understand this. Okay, so once you have a win rate of 40, your only job now is to become better on this strategy. Okay, becoming better, I'm not saying like work on it up until it gives you a win rate of 60%. No, that's not what you need. Okay, working on it, I mean master it in a way that every time it shows up, you can say this is it. Okay, you don't have to second guess yourself. You know now that this is my setup, this is my setup, and you take it day in, day out. Okay, day in, day out. I'm coming to this in a moment. Okay, and I'm gonna keep this video quite short, so please listen carefully to this. Okay, listen carefully to this. Okay, because you know why so many people are losing? That's because people have good strategies. This is a good strategy. Okay, this is a good strategy. Okay, this here is gold. It's a good strategy. 40% win rate, it's good. Paul Tudor Jones, he's one of the best in the world. He has a win rate of 40 to 50%. Peter Brandit is one of the best in the world. He has a win rate of 30%. Out of 100, he loses 70, wins 30. Out of 10, he loses 7, wins 3. Yes, he loses 7, wins 3 out of 10. So he is one of the most profitable. How does he achieve this? Okay, this is because the number of wins make no difference. The number of losses make no difference. The risk reward now makes the difference. Risk reward. You are risking 1 to make 5. You are risking $100 to make $500. Okay. That simply means if you are risking $100 to make $500 out of 10 trades, you're gonna actually lose $600. Okay, $600. Okay, that's what I'm saying, $600, and you're gonna make let's say okay, how much are you gonna make? You're gonna make let's see, It's gonna be 4 by 5. You're gonna make roughly is it $2,000? Okay, now you subtract 6 from $2,000, you have $1,400 in profit. Okay, $1,400 in profit. Okay, so $1,400 in profit. Now you see that this is gold. Now you see what I mean when I say this is a very good strategy. So many people spend most of the time learning different strategies. Okay, you want to learn this strategy, that strategy, that strategy. Let me ask you a question. How many strategies have you watched this year alone? Okay, how many strategies have you watched this year alone? Okay, because if you are watching too many strategies, you're gonna get analysis paralysis. Let's jump to analysis paralysis quite quick. What is analysis paralysis? It's the inability to make a decision simply because you have a lot of data in your head. You have a lot of information, you have a lot of setups in your head, so now you are unable to make decisions, and that is true. Okay, so you don't have to learn many things. Most people will, like, for instance, this is why people are actually losing. They are not bad traders, they are good traders, but the reason they are losing is because actually today they are learning this strategy, tomorrow they are learning that strategy, and you find that okay, all these strategies are completely different. Okay, they are completely different. Okay, and some of them might actually contradict each other. Okay, yes, it can happen. So if you're gonna keep on learning different strategies, you will learn the strategy today, next week you are learning this one, next of next week 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 this one. Then the cycle goes again. You are mastering nothing. Okay, you are becoming better at nothing. You're just learning multiple setups, and then after 5 years you're still doing the same crap. Okay, you're still learning different strategies, whereas if you took this whole 5 years to perfect this one strategy, you would be far. Perfecting, I repeat, is not increasing it to be to go to a 60% win rate. No, 40% win rate is enough. Okay, it's enough. As I just showed you, it's enough. You'll be in a lot of profits. Once you get comfortable with this, you'll be able to take high lots with this one, and the more lots you can take with this one, the more returns you'll get. Okay, so stop learning strategies every day. If you already have a strategy that is giving you 40% win rate, stop. You don't have to watch any of my strategies. Okay, stop. Go and focus on your own strategy. Oh, but there is a saying that become better every day. Oh, learn every day. Okay, I'll talk about that later. So now, say for instance, now you have your own A+ setup. If you don't have a setup, out of the setup that I actually teach, maybe you can choose one. Say for instance, you say day 2 continuation is the strategy you want to focus on, or else you want to focus on a day 3 strategy. Let me show you something else. Let's go to the charts. Okay, say for instance, this is Euro JPY. Okay, this is Euro JPY. Okay, say for instance, you are taking day 3, or you know on day 3 it's gonna be there might be a huge correction, or on day 3 there might be a continuation, or be nothing at all. Okay, so if you say okay fine, now I'm taking day 3, okay, that means on this day, you see this is day 1. Okay, we coming from a first trade day, now we have a first screen day. So your strategy says you are focusing on day 3, right? So on this day, on this currency, you have nothing. Okay, you have nothing. On this day, on this currency, you have nothing. Okay, you just look at it and say, okay, no, I don't have day 2. So if you don't have day 2, then obviously you're not gonna have day 3. Okay, so you know that okay fine, now I don't have anything on this day. Okay, I have nothing, but this is a signal day, day 1 inside day 2. Then you know okay fine, this is a signal day. This tells me that tomorrow I might have something. Okay, so you do this for all your currencies, all the assets, or the pairs you actually look at on a daily basis. Okay, so this tells you that okay, now tomorrow I might have day 3. Not I'm gonna have, nothing is certain, but tomorrow I might have day 3. Okay fine, since now you know that tomorrow you might have day 3, when you come tomorrow, then you will be looking at this asset. Okay, and then on all the other currencies where you don't have a setup, you won't even bother looking at them. So you know on a day 3 what kind of setup you are looking for. You have mastered it, you understand it. Okay, you know exactly what you are looking for, you know the behavior you're looking for, you know the session you're gonna be taking, you know what time you come to the screen, you know what you're looking for. at that time. So fine, when you come on this day, say maybe you know it's euro JPY, it's gonna move. Well, obviously it has a euro and it has a yen. Obviously it's gonna move well during maybe the Asia and during the London session. But you can say, okay fine, I'm gonna look at this during the London session. Okay, so I'm coming at the equity opening time, okay, to the screen. Okay, so now that means you have 1 hour 30 minutes of that session left to be on the market. Okay, so you know what you are looking for. When you come within that 1 hour 30 minutes, you know what you are looking for, so it's easy for you to take a position. Okay, because you've filtered out a lot of garbage or a lot of nonsense. Okay, so this is what I mean. When you have one setup, you know what to look for every day, and this simplifies everything. When you come on this day, day 3, okay, now you start analyzing and start looking for what you are looking for the setup itself, because now you have a signal day. Okay, so it's gonna be easy for you. If it doesn't present, you know, okay, today I don't have anything. Okay, if it present, you take it. Okay, that's the most important thing. Okay, but if you have now you have 3 strategies, it means today, on this day, there's something you are looking for. On this day, there's something you are looking for. On this day, there's something you are looking for. Guys, that's a huge recipe for a disaster. Okay, you are preparing for a huge disaster. Okay, so have one setup, master one setup, because let me tell you something, you're gonna learn from somebody who has 3 setups or three strategies. One thing you don't know is how long it took that person to understand the first strategy. Secondly, you don't know how long it took for that person to understand the second strategy. Most of the time, you find people who have been in on this journey for 15 years. Okay, they used one strategy for 5 years. You are coming, you are new, then you want to learn all the 3 strategies at the same time. Can't you see that you are actually preparing for a disaster? Focus on one thing. If day 2 continuations is what you're looking for, you know you have day 1, so you're looking for something on this day. If you get it, good. If you don't get it, good. Okay, so that's part of the game. Okay, but you have one strategy that you have mastered. You know exactly how it should look like. You know exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so that's the most easiest thing. You know when you are scanning through your charts, because here's how you can do it in a simpler way. Every day when the market closes, okay, go through your pairs and actually look for the signal day. If today presents, say for instance, if you know that okay, today was day 1, okay, now you can just select your currencies that will be ready tomorrow. Okay, say for instance, day two continuation is your A plus setup. Okay, so one thing you do is you look for all the currencies that have given you a first red day or a first green day, and then you select only those ones, and then the following day you know what you're gonna be looking at. Maybe you'll have 3 currencies for tomorrow that will actually be on a day 2 and might possibly give a day 2 continuation kind of setup. Okay, so you know that tomorrow you are looking at 3 currencies only. Okay, so you have omitted all the other currencies, and when you come out of the 3, maybe one hasn't set up the right way. Maybe one immediately just went and broke day 2, and then they have already given day 2 continuations. Then you know you are left with 2. Okay, maybe one is euro JPY, the other one is gold, where you have this kind of setups. Then you know that okay, during London I'll be looking at this currency, during US I'll be looking at this currency, and then that honestly filters out most of the problems. Okay, so that's all I'm trying to say. So actually it's gonna be better to have one setup. Okay, you have one setup or one strategy, you focus on that one for a year, 2 years, 3 years, then see the results. Okay, because this is not a something that you should do in a hurry. You're in a hurry, you're not in a hurry. Okay, because by the way, the markets are not in a hurry. You might be, but they are not. So don't be in a rush. Okay, don't be in a rush. Take one strategy for 3 years. Why are you rushing to? You're not gonna die anytime now. So guys, take one strategy maybe for 2 to 3 years and then master it well. And then after 2 to 3 years, maybe that's when you can start learning another one. At the same time, you have one that is already working, you are taking it every day, and then now you're learning the second one, okay? Rather than mixing. I hear that people sometimes telling me, hey, make a video about this, make a video about this. Now I understand this, please make a video about this strategy. What do you mean? You want to understand 10 strategies at the same time? It's not gonna work for you. And I'm not saying, guys, your comments are wrong. No, they are right. I love them, okay? And it's actually my goal to actually share my part, what I know, okay? So what I know is focusing on one is better than having multiple setups, okay? Because, guys, you're learning from people who have been doing these things for a long time, and they are not telling you that they have actually spent a very long time to understand a specific setup, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 1 year either. It takes time to understand your setup fully, to master it, to take it repeatedly. Remember, the goal is actually to get to a point whereby you are able to rinse and repeat. What is rinse and repeat? Take the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. It's not supposed to be hard. However, the first part is gonna be a little bit harder, okay? So if you are continuously learning different strategies, you are actually gonna experience the hardest part in this industry. Why? Because learning a strategy is hard, so you're gonna go through the hard parts before you even master it and you benefit from it. You already introduce another hard thing, another strategy. Before you even benefit from it, you're introducing another hard setup, another hard setup. So guys, you don't want to go around cycles for the next 10 years. And I can assure you, as long as you keep wanting to learn new strategies every day, you are gonna do this for the next 10 years, next 20 years, next 30 years, and at the end of it all, you will just realize that it was just one big cycle that was taking you nowhere. Focus on what you have. Hence, I'm saying, if you already have a strategy that is giving you 40%, don't even look at any of my strategies, because you figured it out. You got it, man. You got it, okay? You are on your way to becoming good. You got it, okay? Work on that one. And now, once you find your strategy, now it's time to do the right thing, okay? What is the right thing? The right thing is taking the same thing every day. If it appears, whenever your setup appears, all your confluences are there, take it. As long as it's outlined in your plan, take it regardless of your emotions or feelings at that time. Just take that same thing. And when you take one thing that is in your plan day in, day out, when you are doing the right thing, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna have good losses and you're gonna have good wins, okay? So by good losses, we mean losses that are actually driven from executing what is on your plan, okay? Good wins are wins that you get by executing what is on your plan. On the other hand, if there's good losses, there's bad losses. What is a bad loss? A bad loss is a loss you incur when you take something that is not in your plan, something you don't understand, opening something simply because of emotions. If you are doing that, there's nothing wrong. It's part of the journey. You are learning, so just learn from that, okay? Learn from that, filter out, learn to a point where you will start actually getting rid of all the bad losses or all the bad wins, because a bad win simply means it's a win that you get from taking something that is out of your plan. And the bad part about this is actually the fact that you can't sustain it, okay? You don't need something you can't sustain, okay? You can't sustain a bad win, because today you're gonna win. You took something that's out of your plan, you don't even understand, so you're gonna win. What will happen tomorrow? In the first place, you don't even understand how you won, so how are you gonna sustain it? It's impossible to sustain something you don't understand, right? So you don't need bad wins, you don't need bad losses. Take everything as outlined in your plan every time it appears, okay? You'll have good wins and good losses. Good wins and good losses coupled will give you your win rate. If you have a win rate of 40 already, that means you are taking the same thing, because you can't say you have a win rate of 40 if you are not taking the same thing day in, day out. Okay, that simply means you don't even know your win rate, because you are taking things you don't know, you're taking things you don't even understand. Okay, so you only have a win rate when you take the same thing day in, day out. Okay, so a win rate of 40% simply means you have 60 good losses, okay, and you have 40 good wins. And because of the risk reward ratio 1:5, for instance, for some people it goes to 1:10. However, this again depends on the type of trader you are. Are you a short term or a long term? Long term guys can even take 1:20. Okay, sometimes they can take 1:50. Okay, it is possible for long terms, but for short term guys, usually you'll find that you are getting 1:5, 1:10. That is, sometimes you might risk I'm just giving it, let me give it in terms of pip. You might risk 10 pip to get 100 pips. That is obviously 1:10. Or you might risk 10 pips to get 50 pips. Obviously that is 1:5. That is practical. It will happen some of the days. Okay, even though the 1:10 won't happen always, but sometimes yes, it will happen. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Okay, so you must have good wins and you must have good losses, and you only have that when you have an A+ setup and a trading plan. If you don't have a plan, guys, I don't know, because you don't even know what you're doing. Okay, how can you explain or justify what you're doing if you don't even have a plan for it? Okay, here's one thing, guys, and before I say this, I want to say congratulations to Springbok South Africa for winning the Rugby World Cup. Okay, it was something great, and congratulations to New Zealand and all the teams that lost. Congratulations. Being part of the World Cup is something huge, and it's a huge achievement, guys. It's just that at the end, we know there has to be one winner, but in reality everybody won. So yeah, congratulations to everyone. And by saying that, I want to introduce something. I honestly love sports athletes. Why? Because one thing sports athletes understand very well is the fact that you don't get results without putting in the work. You have to put in thousands of hours into practice, so that that 80 minutes will give you a win. And there was an athlete who actually ran a couple of minutes. I think it's a couple of seconds. Okay, yeah, I think he finished his race before even 1 minute, and he won. Okay, and then he actually said that no, those are short distance runners. Okay, he said that, guys, you see these few seconds that I ran, okay, and won. That's what you see, but you don't see the many years I put into practice. You don't see the many years of work I put in. Okay, so this tells you one thing: sports athletes are so good. And by the way, some of the people hired by most hedge funds are sports athletes. Okay, why? Because they understand. They want that background. Okay, they want that background. Okay, so most of the people you are going against are actually good sports athletes, okay, who have retired, and they understand one thing, that you have to put in more work to get more results. Okay, so that's reality. Even when it comes to here, some people just believe that, okay, right, well, just because it's charts, they're moving every day, you see them, they believe that there's no need to put in the work. Guys, the amount of work you put into back testing and understanding your strategy will actually be interpreted in real life trading. Okay, because sometimes I just want to be honest right now with this. My entries won't be the same entries as yours. Okay, why? Because in the first place, we are not even seeing the markets at, using the same eye. Okay, sometimes we might not even be using the same we might be using the same strategy, but we might not be using the same time frame. We might not be interpreting everything the same way. Okay, so your entries will come from the amount of work you put into practice. Okay, the more you practice, the better your entries are gonna be. Okay, besides, if you have one setup, you're only practicing one setup every day, And I'm not talking about putting 1 hour of practice every day. Okay, if you can afford to put 1 hour of practice every day, that is something, but don't expect consistency quick. Okay, because the amount of time you put in will be equivalent to the amount of work to the amount of results you get. Provided if you are using one setup and you are practicing maybe 4 hours a day, you are backtesting 4 hours a day, okay, and you are backtesting one strategy only, it's easier to understand. And I can assure you right now that if some of you decide today that we're gonna focus on maybe one strategy, maybe we look for the first growing day and we take the day 2 continuation only, and you go and focus on that one strategy or one setup only for the next 3 years, believe me, you're gonna be better than everybody who's learning this and learning that and learning this. They will understand many setups than you, but you know that it is said that a jack of all trades learns a little bit of everything but masters nothing. Okay, so if you don't master anything in this field, unfortunately it will be interpreted in the results. So put more work into practicing and put more work into back testing. Okay, that is highly important. Okay, so this is how you'll actually become a good trader. I'm not talking about what the Instagram guys are telling you, that they do it for 5 minutes and then they go to the beach. Let me tell you something. If somebody has got to a point, you have to grow to that point. Okay, if somebody tells you, I only go to the charts for 1 hour, I trade for 1 hour and then it's done, that's not saying they work 1 hour. People tell you they work 1 hour a day, but they're not telling you the complete thing. Working 1 hour is highly advisable because you don't want to be on the screen the whole day. Hence why most of the time we say that it's better to if you are trading the US session, it's better to be there during the equity time, which is 9:30 US time. Okay, 9:30 US time, 3:30 South African time, and then by 6 you are done. Okay, or by 5 you are done. Most of the time 6-5 you are done. Okay, so that's working for almost 1 to 2 hours a day. But there's something working, people who work less hours actually work more hours when it comes to back testing, when it comes to reading. If you are not a fan of reading, guys, I don't know, you must get to a point where you read every day. You must get to a point where you start listening to podcasts. There are podcasts where the best traders in the world are interviewed. I'm not talking about most of the Instagram gurus. I'm talking about real guys, people like George Soros, people like Peter Branded, people like there are many good traders out there. Okay, so they get interviewed every now and then, and it's very important for you to actually go and listen to those guys. Okay, because it's highly important. And let me show you something. Okay, they're subscribed. Okay, I have access to all these books. Okay, they're subscribed, and this website you'll find most of the books you need, and it only costs $9 per month. Okay, so yeah. Okay, and when starting, you can actually get a month or 2 for free as a free trial. Okay, so there are these books called Market Wizards. These are my favorite books. Why? Because this is where Jack Swagger goes to the best traders in the world, the best hedge funds owners or managers in the world, and he interviews them. They get to share a lot about themselves, their mindset, and how they approach trading on a daily basis. These are the books you should read every day. Okay, people are spending their whole days trying to learn technicals. Guys, start learning psychology, because let me show you something before I even explain this. Okay, this is a quote by my favorite guy, who is Mark Douglas. Okay, he's the author of trading in the zones and becoming a disciplined trader. The Disciplined Trader. Okay, those are the 2 books I love. He authored them, and I strongly recommend Trading in the Zones, because that's one of the books that will prepare you on psychology. And just know that trading is 90%, it's 80% psychology and 20% charts. So people are spending most time on the charts more than working on their own mindsets. Listen to this and read this with me. The consistency you seek is in your mind, not in the markets. This just says the consistency you seek is in your mind, not in the charts. Why? Because most of your trading consistency is gonna come from psychology. Okay, that's why I'm saying go and read Mike Douglas, Trading in the Zones. Okay, guys, if you can get hold of that book, please do. Okay, read this once more. The consistency I seek is in my mind, not in the markets. This is highly important to understand and know. Okay, this is important to understand and know. Okay, why? Basically because consistency is not on the charts. It's in the mind. Okay, psychology plays the part. It plays 90%. Okay, and unfortunately people want to focus more on the charts than they do on psychology. Go and start focusing on psychology. And the reason I'm saying this is because on Market Wizards, most of the best guys in the world will tell you about psychology. That's the one thing they'll mention. That's the most important thing as compared to the charts themselves. It's just retail guys who believe that the charts carry more weights, understanding technicals, understanding this and that. No, you only have to understand your setup. Know the ins and outs of your setup. Okay, because there are people who are good in charts, but they have what we just described as analysis paralysis. Okay, so understand your setup and go and work on your mind. These are the books that you should read. They are highly important. You'll get to know how the best traders in the world think and how they behave and what they learned, what changed their lives, and you just get to know how the person on the other side is, because this is something nobody's talking about. Who are you against? Okay, so this book will open your eyes. It's a series of books, as you can see, because there are many good traders who are actually interviewed. This will open your eyes and show you who is on the other side. Okay, so I believe this will actually make you take things a little bit serious. Okay, because guys, people are asking for signals, people are asking for that. If you ask for signals, or you find yourself asking other people, how is gold gonna behave today, is gold gonna sell or buy, that simply means you are not ready to be a trader. Okay, what you must understand, why is it gonna sell or buy? Okay, and I'm not saying you must understand everything. No, you understand only your setup and you master your setup. Okay, so if your setup is showing you that gold might buy today, that's what you focus on. If it shows you that it might sell today, you focus on that. If it tells you that maybe nothing will happen, then you have nothing for the day. And don't worry just because somebody you follow will tell you, hey, today I caught gold. Yeah, today I got 150 pips on gold. It doesn't matter. It's not on your strategy. You are not them. They are not you. You will sometimes get what your strategy shows you. They won't get it. And when they don't get it, they don't make noise. When they get it, they make noise. They are following their own strategy. They take it when there is something to take. They get it. They make noise. You think, I missed. You missed nothing, guys. As long as it's on your plan, it's not on your plan, you missed nothing. Why? Because that's a business. Your plan is your business plan. It's a business plan. Just because somebody comes to you and says, oh, tomatoes are very, very profitable this month, and you have a quota, you actually have a quota store or a quota shop or a fast food shop where you're selling fast food, cooked food, you're not just gonna jump and say, okay, I'm gonna start selling tomatoes because somebody said tomatoes are profitable today. No, you focus solely on your plan. Focus on what you are selling. Okay, understand your target market. That's the most important thing. Okay, your plan is your business plan. You can't compete with every business, guys. No, focus on your business, stay on your lane. Okay, and that's the most important thing. And I'm done for today. I've shared what I had to share. Okay, guys, I've shared what I had to share, and we went through all these things. So this is your business plan. This is your plan. Okay, just because maybe somebody will come and say, yeah, gold today did well. Somebody will say, hey, this did well. Guys, relax. You didn't miss it. Okay, if it was not part of your plan, okay, focus on your plan and stop following the noise, or else you're gonna go through cycles for the next 10 years. Okay, so I will repeat just one last thing. Okay, just one last thing. Here's the thing. Stop searching for strategies every day. Okay, because here's one thing. If say maybe I'm gonna post this, and on my thumbnail I'm gonna write 95% win rate. Okay, 95% win rate on the thumbnail. I'll say this is the best strategy that gives you 95% win rate. You know I'm gonna get a lot of views. Okay, why? Because everybody is looking for a holy grail that gives 100%. Okay, hence some of you fell prey to people were selling robots claiming they gave 100% win rate. That's impossible, guys. If you have a strategy that gives you 40% win rate, go and focus on that strategy. Okay, there's no need to learn any other strategy. Okay, go and master that strategy. Know it as you know your mobile device. That's the most important thing. Okay, and that is the truth. Okay, you don't need all these other strategies. There are thousands and thousands of strategies you'll see every day, so you can't possibly follow all of them. Focus on one strategy, understand it, and it doesn't matter if the win rate is 50%, doesn't matter if the win rate is 65%, it doesn't even matter if the win rate is 40%. Peter Branded, I love him so much. He has a win rate of 30%, and now he's an old man. He has been trading for decades, and he has never been interested in improving his 30% win rate. Why? Because he understands what trading means. He understands the industry. He understands everything. Okay, he's not concerned about having a huge win rate. No, you don't have to actually stress yourself trying to get a high win rate. He is comfortable with 30%, and today he's well known worldwide because he's one of the best with that small win rate. Paul Tudor Jones, win rate 40. Okay, he is highly profitable, and he's one of the best in the world with that small win rate of his. But you, a retail guy, a newbie, wants 100% win rate. Okay, that's up to you guys. You can take this or leave it, but I just want to be honest. Okay, so yeah, stop learning strategies. Okay, focus on one strategy. Okay, focus on one strategy. Hence, if you look at this channel, the only thing I post is day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, there are people who have been asking for this kind of video, this kind of strategy. I'm not saying like, yes, there are people who ask for videos that I understand, but when somebody starts asking for a strategy that I don't understand, a strategy that I don't use, then for me personally, I don't I actually don't use multiple strategies. Okay, that's something you must understand. I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, maybe I should explain this, but you must understand that I don't use multiple strategies. The reason I post one thing from the time this was started, I've been posting 1, 2, 3. It's because I only use those strategies. Okay, I only use 1, 2, 3 days. That's all I use. Okay, I don't use all these other strategies that people maybe know or are talking about. Okay, because I've learned the importance of following your A+ strategy. I don't need 10 strategies. I don't need 5 strategies. Okay, so people won't tell you how long it took them to focus on one strategy. They won't explain that to you. Okay, that's something they won't tell you. You won't see the amount of time they put in. Okay, you won't see the amount of work they put in. You just hear people saying, I work 1 hour a day, I work 30 minutes a day. Okay, those people have 20 years of experience, of which maybe 5 first years were a disaster. 5 first years were difficult. They were losing like crazy. Okay, during those 5 years they went through the hardest time of their life. They won't tell you that. Okay, but this industry is like that. Okay, work on one strategy. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna even be quick. Okay, but over time it will happen. Okay, there's no need to rush. Master one thing. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Okay, that's the most important thing. It's gonna take time, obviously. It's gonna take trial and failure. It's gonna take a lot of uncertainty. Okay, so this is part of the game. That's why when I began this, I said the best guys or the guys on the other side have access to psychologists when they need them, because sometimes you will feel like, oh, you are doing nothing. By the way, guys, thank you. I don't want to make this video long, and if you are new, hit the subscription button, like, share and subscribe for the algorithm, and I wish you all the best. Okay,